All right, I'm gonna do the Will and Mac portion of this Q&A. Only 2 questions because there's more to this team than those guys, but I realize they are very much the center of attention. Maclin's passing ability. If there's something that is underrated about his game, they talk about how many points he's putting up, and I know he's assisted on a lot of Smitty's goals this year, but his ability to see the ice and I think pass almost better than his shot. Am I crazy for thinking about that?
No, yeah, he's the complete player. He's a complete package. I think in baseball they call him 5-star, baseball players. 5 tools.
Yeah.
He's got the 5-tool hockey player.
This guy's a Red Sox fan, by the way. You can.
Sorry.
Wait, what? I expected booze. Sorry.
So I think 100% his passing is elite. His shooting is elite. For me, and maybe you guys can watch him. And the one that sticks out for me, what is so impressive, is how he defends. When he's in our defensive zone, how he closes, how physical he is, it's amazing. He's 19 years old and he's up there with one of our most physical guys. And his competitive drive to if there's a puck there, me versus you, he wants the puck more than the other guy, and I think that's what makes him so special.
All right, so the Sharks take a too many men on the ice penalty. You're on the bench steaming. There's the fumes coming out of your ears. You're hot, right? But Will Smith is the guy who always goes in the penalty box, or has been a lot this year. But I think I know why, but why?
2 reasons. One is, like we saw with Toffoli in Seattle a few weeks back.
Fed him with a pass.
Yeah, gets a breakaway and scores. So we have an opportunity to get Smitty on a breakaway. And usually what teams will do is their third or fourth lines will come out after their power play. And that's an opportunity for us to get our top line out there. And that's why we'll see Smitty, and you see with 15 seconds left in the penalty kill, Mac and Smitty, we connected a few weeks back. I think against New Jersey or Florida, coming out of the box there. So, there's definitely some reasoning behind that. Those are the 2 big ones.
Here's another coaching one for you. So Colin Graff is on the team last year, and he told me prior to being in the NHL, he'd never really been on a PK unit. But you saw that in him. You made him a penalty killer. He's done so well at it. He's so aggressive, shorthanded. What did you see? How did you coach him into that? How did you get him in that spot?
Well, I don't know. I don't think it was that made anything.
The group.
It was a team effort, and I think at the end of the day, Colin made him a great penalty killer. His stick detail, his attention to details without the puck. We found him as a guy that we could really trust. He has high hockey sense. He reads the game really well. Obviously, when you're shorthanded, you have one less guy. You can be able to think and quick and react quickly, and he does a really good job of that. So, it was more so the tools that he has. He's long, he's lengthy, he can skate, and then his hockey sense put him over the top. So he's done a really good job. Him and Delandre have done a really good job this year. I've kind of solidified those first 2 guys over the boards.
Ping pong has been a really big thing in the San Jose hockey community this year. The Barracuda have their own table in a storage area. You guys put a ping pong table right in the middle of the dressing room at Sharks Ice. I know the coaches get together and play. I want to make this challenge while everybody here gets to see it and hear it. I want to challenge you after practice, whenever you got time, month of December, one-on-one. Would you take that challenge?
Oh, 100%.
How are your ping pong skills? What do you mean 100%?
I'm competitive.
You don't know my hands. You don't.
We play often.
You practice a lot. That's actually
we
the
play
part that
doubles.
Worries me.
Me and the coaches play doubles. It's kind of our therapy session in the afternoon.
Right.
So we've gotten really into it,
right.
and it's been a good passion of. And the players play a lot before practice, and they have a standings board and whatnot. But the coaches, when the players leave the facility, that's when the coaches jump in.
It's the golf course that you don't have access to, like in the moment, right? It's like a different version of golf.
Exactly.
Do something else.
It's not 4.5 hours long.
Not 4, exactly. So wait, the challenge part, you would do that?
I would 100% do it. Let's go.
All right. You heard it here first.
I better see that on YouTube.
We'll film
this is for a segment.
Yeah,
right?
we'll film it, for sure.
This is content. Yeah, content.
Bleep out my language.
Yaroslav Askarov having a really good month of November. He's putting the no in November, as I said recently. But he's an interesting goalie because usually they're a different breed. They don't connect with the room as much. He seems both happy and confident, but also determined right now. How do you even start to describe his approach and how he's been successful here this month?
Yeah, I think he's done a really good job of working with his game and developing his game with Thomas Spear. As far as had some struggles early and is now I think he had a lot of pressure on himself to come in and really carry us, and we didn't really need him to carry us. We just need him to be himself, and he's back to being himself. He's confident. He's calm in the net. I think sometimes you put pressure on yourself and you try to do too much, and he's got a swagger about himself, which I think is really important for goalies. I think they have to have that quiet confidence and toe the line of cockiness, and I think he does a really good job of that, and he's played really good hockey here for us in November.
Handling Michael Misa and Dickinson, is it much different from Will and Mac last year? I know they're all different people, different situations. Did you learn anything last year that you can help those two this year with?
Yeah, a little bit. I think going through that with Mac and Will, we have a pretty good plan in place with both those players, and I think obviously Misa's gotten hurt now and is missing some time, but again, every player is a little bit different. If there was one plan that everyone used to develop a player, we would use it, but everyone develops at a different time, and everyone goes through challenges at a different time and has success at a different time, and then hits speed bumps along the way. We've seen that here with Dickie, a little bit of playing some really good hockey, and then he struggles a little bit at times, and then comes back and plays really good. So I think each guy's a little bit different, but we definitely have some experience from last year.
All right, we are precisely at about 14 minutes. I said 20 minutes total. We got to let the coach go back to doing his work. So I'm going to ask one more question. After that, we will take a few from the audience. My last one is this. We're at the quarter point of the season already. Time flies. What would make you satisfied after game 41 this year? And then what would make you satisfied after game 82 this year?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I think we're continue to see, positive results, and we're seeing success individually. We're seeing players develop. We're seeing Graf take another step. We're seeing Mac and Wills can take another step. Our veteran guys are just getting more comfortable in what we are doing here. But at the end of the day, we're building a program and a team to win in the long run. If we were going to wanted to win 1 year, I know we wouldn't want to we want to win long term. We want to win 5, 10 for the next 20 years. We have to do it the right way. We have to build this thing the right way. And I don't know if there's an exact answer. Can't say there's an amount of wins I want to. Right. Of course, we want to win all the games. Right. We want to be there at the end. We want to, we'd love to go in and be in a playoff spot in February and keep going into March after the Olympic break. But there's a sign that goes in our door when you walk in. It says focus on today, and we're going to focus on our game tonight against Utah, and then when we get to tomorrow's practice, we'll worry about practice. So as human beings, we get into this mindset of what's in the future, what's in 10 2 weeks from now, what's in 10 games from now. That's extremely hard mentally to process. So we're going to process it as one game at a time. We're going to focus on our first period, and when we come back after the first intermission, we'll make our adjustments and get ready for the second. So we're going to really just stay where our feet are.